Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. I do apologize for no green screen. There is a green wall behind me, but it does not work the same. My green screen is inoperable at the moment. By that, I mean it's just over there. I could literally put it up. It'd probably take 10 seconds. But we switching things up at the moment, man. So, yes, yesterday, there was a little bit of Twitter beef out there between Draymond Green and Tony Allen. Draymond Green basically went on the record to say that he was the greatest defender of all time, man. And then Tony Allen said some stuff, and Draymond said some stuff. I'm going to say right now, Draymond Green, I would take Big Ben Wallace over you right now. And I'm not talking about Ben Wallace, like, prime. I'm talking about Ben Wallace now, like, age, like, 46. I would take, no, I'm just joking. I would not do that. But I will say, you know, when you label yourself, when you title yourself, I think that speaks volumes. LeBron, Tom Brady, guys like that don't say they're the GOATs. People tell them they're the GOATs. It's different, man. So when you got to label yourself, I think that speaks volumes, bro. But, you know, we got, by the way, we got ESPN, you know, First Take reacting to it or whatever. So I want to give you guys my take on it, man. So we'll watch a little bit of this. And I'll give you guys some additional thoughts about, you know, when it comes to Draymond and him being the greatest defender of all time. Let's get it.
Argument can be made that Draymond Green has been one of the best defenders of his era, but not a man meant to mince his words. Dre made some of his thoughts very clear on a recent Dubs Talk podcast, saying, quote, "So I think I'm the best defender to ever play in the NBA."
You're one of the top, for sure.
That. Max, how do you feel these comments make Dre look?
They make him look proud. I mean,
really?
A lot of people might say foolish.
Arrogant.
You have to have the blinders on in order
and
to
ignorant.
be Draymond Green. You don't get to go from a second-round pick to a truly great player on a championship team. And let's not forget, he came a play or two away from winning Finals MVP in 2016.
I'm going to say you want to bring up the second-round pick, man. There was a guy that went undrafted. Big Ben Wallace. I'm just saying, man.
Had the Cavs not pulled that out, Draymond was going to be the MVP of that series. And it's not just for his offense, obviously, in that game. It's his defense. This dude can't go create his own shot like the elite players. He can play some point forward, but he ain't LeBron James at the point forward, obviously. He's not a shooter. He's not the fastest. He doesn't jump the highest, but he believes in himself.
Right.
And that quote shows you the kind of attitude he has to have.
But don't make it true.
To elevate himself to the position he is. Guys, the fact of the matter is, Stephen A., we saw a guy in a previous era occupy the same role defensively for teams about the same size who was clearly a better defender than Draymond Green.
Dennis Rodman?
Dennis Rodman.
Oh, there we go.
Dennis Rodman did the things Draymond does, but more athletic.
Okay, I'm going to say when it comes to Draymond, this is my thing about him. And this is why, man, like, I said it yesterday on my live stream. When it comes down to it, I hate comparing people from different eras. But like, yes, I will say, like, Draymond, the most similar defender to him is Dennis Rodman. You know, I hate using the word undersized because undersized doesn't really, like, work in the NBA anymore. Dennis Rodman at his time was considered undersized because we were definitely more of a center, interior-oriented league. But the thing about those guys is that they literally can guard, like, point guard through the center position. As, you know, opposed to, like, you know, Ben Wallace could guard some small forwards, you know, obviously all the power forwards and centers, but you weren't putting Ben Wallace on, like, point guards and stuff. You look at guys like Tim Duncan or you know, Hakeem Olajuwon, you know, great centers like that, and you know, they were obviously like interior forces that would lock down the paint. You did not want to drive on those guys because you were going to get your shit sent back, you know, like that. But you know, I do think there's something to be said against, you know, about like versatile defenders that can play like the 1 through 5 position. I mean, Tony Allen, you want to use him, the guy that was talking to Draymond. It's like he was one of the greatest perimeter defenders, but you weren't putting him on like Shaquille O'Neal or nothing like that. So there is something to be said about Draymond and definitely being one of the best versatile defenders of all time. And I would say the greatest of this current era. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Longer arms, the whole thing, and just more disruptive on defense. That's the best defensive player I've ever seen. In fact, Draymond, I would not say is the best defensive player of his own era.
Really?
I think Kawhi's been a better defender. If I'm forced to pick a guy, I think there are a couple other guys. I think Ben.
I mean, Kawhi Leonard is definitely a dominant defender. I am not arguing that. You know, he's right up there with me. I mean, even look like Klay Thompson of the Warriors, man. Like, he's one of the greatest like two-way players out there where he can do defensively and offensively. And I recognize the clause of defense and everything, but you know, Draymond to me is just like that's who he is. He is defense to me. So,
and Simmons this year has been better, or Embiid. there are guys.
Longevity, though, you got to look at that, too.
Draymond
got to look at that.
Across here to me, Stephen A., as proud. The kind of pride you need in order to turn yourself into Draymond Green. So he's wrong, but I don't hold it against him.
He's wrong, but we don't disagree here. I wouldn't call him anything other than wrong and proud.
Okay.
The reason I say that is because Draymond Green is an elite defender. He can defend bigs. He can defend perimeter players.
Yo, it's like I'm on the show, man.
Ball defender. He's a basketball savant. When you talk the game of basketball to Draymond Green, there is no question he knows what the hell he's doing. Now,
that is 100% true. I think a lot of people underrate Draymond Green's basketball IQ. Like, literally, he is like one of the smartest I've ever heard like talk about basketball. Like, he just knows what's going on there, man. Like, I mean, he's literally like the quarterback for the defensive unit and stuff like that, man. So, yeah.
I've been on him about working on his shot, but that's not defense. That's his offense. He needs to work on his perimeter shot, and particularly his three-point shooting with some of the open opportunities he gets. If he was making them more frequently, the Warriors would be even more potent.
Be a GG.
Having said all of that, when we think about some of the greats, think about Michael Jordan, think about Kobe Bryant, think about Kawhi Leonard in this day and age, think about the Paul Georges of the world, think about the Alvin Robinsons back in the day, the Joe Dumars and others.
Hey, Joe Dumars for sure.
I just
sure,
look at
talked
him
about
and
him.
I just say to myself, excuse me, I didn't consider him a better defender than some of those guys. I certainly didn't consider him a better defender than Dennis Rodman. Now, there are some people that will sit up there and challenge me on that because of Draymond Green's on-ball defensive ability, and I get out of that. But overall, in terms of his defensive prowess, I've watched him enough. I've seen him enough. He's definitely an elite defender. But right now, I'm not sure he's the best defender in the game today next to Ben Simmons of the Philadelphia 76ers.
Oh, that's fair to say. Yeah. But once again, I think it comes down to longevity of it. Like, Draymond Green, over the course of his career, has been like an elite defender. But yeah, there's going to be years where Rudy Gobert wins Defensive Player of the Year, or Ben Simmons might and probably should get it this year. There's years where Kawhi Leonard could be a little bit better. But the longevity of it, I think, is something definitely to look at, man. So, and once again, I'm going to say it again, just so it's like, pound it in there, bro. Like, just his ability to, like, he brought up Joe Dumars. I love Joe Dumars, man. You're like, I'm a Pistons fan, obviously, but like, Joe Dumars was not guarding like centers and stuff, so
I think we got
at least not consistently.
Simmons. I mean, we got to think about that for a second here. And so when I look at it from that perspective, Draymond Green is up there. Draymond Green is one of the elite defenders. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing sacrilegious or blasphemous about him mentioning himself in the same breath with the greats on the defensive side of the ball because of what
he didn't mention it. He took the title. That's different to me. That is a little bit blasphemous. I just think, like, but I don't know, like defense, to be a great defensive player, you need to have like that savageness to you, which I totally understand, because like if you go into every single game thinking that you are the best and you can lock up anybody, that is going to help you straight up. So maybe it's just part of being good at defense, man. I know whenever I used to play basketball and try to play defense and stuff, I wasn't very good at it, but I always did have the mindset where I wanted to I wanted that to be my thing. I always looked up to like those grit and grind players, man. I don't know, just like the guys that maybe don't score a lot, but change the game in different ways. I think that's why, you know, Big Ben was one of my favorite players, because he did so many things off the box score that made teams win. And I think Draymond's one of those type of guys. Like, he does stuff on the box score too. Damn, bro, get 16 assists in a game or whatever. It's crazy.
What the Golden State Warriors ask of him, and what he does on a night-in, night-out basis, and what he did for years in helping them get to 5 straight NBA Finals and winning 3 championships. But in the end, would I call him the best defensive player ever? No, I wouldn't even call him the best defensive player this year. I think that might be Ben Simmons.
Oh, yeah, I think it's Ben Simmons this year too. But, all right, yeah, what do you guys all think about this, man? Y'all let me know in the comment section below. Is Draymond Green the best player of this era? Is he the greatest of all time? Is he not even the best of this era? You guys let me know, man. Thank you all so much for watching. That's all we got. And peace out, guys. Wait. Okay. Peace out. Okay, here we go. Stop recording. This is awkward. I've made it awkward, man. Here we are. Have a good day.